Alright, in this video I'll explain how combat works and all the little things that you need to know to be successful in the combat. Before we start, you should definitely try to memorize some of the status ailments that are in the combat, which you can see here. There you go. Abnormal status. You should definitely know that. And there's also how to cure all of these ailments as well. Try to learn those, and that will help you a lot in the battle. These are important as well. These little bonuses occur randomly throughout the battle, and they can help you out tremendously. So now that we've covered that, we shall go and fight some battles so that I can show you practically how it works. Before you start the battle, you should always switch to party member that works best for you. For example, I'm going to switch to Laura now, and I want to initiate the battle where I have an advantage over the enemy. So what we will do here... Oh fuck, I thought I could strike it. Anyway, if I manage to strike the enemy with X or A button, depending on the controller that you're using, I would have gotten triple advantage. I would have stunned them from behind, and then when I walked into fight, I would get triple advantage, which is absolutely amazing. You can finish the battle immediately. Alright, before we start, let's check out the turn order to the left. Check out the first guy. He's got 10% energy points heal every turn. What that means is that you will heal 10% of your energy points bar every turn for I don't know how many turns. I think it's random how long it lasts, so maybe it's just only one turn. You can see your character status at the bottom. You got HP, when it drops to 0 you're dead, EP, CP. EP is used to cast arts. Arts are your basic magic. You have two types of arts, offensive arts and support arts. Every type of art uses EP. EP can only be replenished by using an item or by resting. Third bar, CP means craft points. To use crafts you need craft points. Craft points are regenerated by doing everything in battle. Everything you do in battle regenerates craft points. Usually the best way is just to attack an enemy. Crafts are really powerful abilities that are much better to use than normal attacks. For example, I have here a support craft that raises strength plus 25%, and also it gains plus 10 CP for every party member that is in the radius where I'm using the motivate skill, because this is an area skill. The description of the skill is at the bottom. You can see support, area, strength, CP. Autumn Leaf Cutter, for example, is an offensive skill. When I use that, I have a chance to strike multiple enemies, and also there's a 15% delay chance. Now actually, to be perfectly honest, I don't know what that means. That's one of those little things that I don't know if delay plus 15 means that there's a 15 delay as a number, as a stat 15, or there's a 15% chance to delay enemy's turn. That's what I don't really understand at this point. For example, if you see the turn order at the bottom, you can see delay 36. So maybe if an enemy has delay 36, if we do 15, then he will have delay plus 15 to that 36. I think that's how that works, although I don't know what that numbers mean in general, how they are translated to the turn order. So let's leave that as it is for now. Unbalancing is one of those crucial stats. To unbalance an enemy means that your link partner will act as well and strike them after you. To link, you need to do that at the beginning of the battle. Just press L1 or LB and you have here a link screen. Link to any character that you want, that you feel like it would be the best add-on to your normal attack. And if you manage to unbalance an enemy, which currently we have 10% chance to do with this craft, then the link partner will attack them as well. Also, there's an unbalanced efficacy in enemy status section. Here you can see the unbalanced efficacy for being hit by a specific weapon type. So this guy has a low resistance to unbalancing if we strike him with the third one. Now what is the third one? Third one means that that's a long range attack, a piercing attack, something like this. And piercing attack is done by the blonde girl in my party. So they are fairly resistant to unbalancing with the sword, which is what we are wielding with our primary character. And you can see what kind of an attack your partner does by simply checking out the 4 icons above the HP section at the bottom. That way you know what kind of an attack your character does, and then you can translate this through the status screen of your enemy, how much chance you have of unbalancing an enemy. If there are 4 stars, that means that the enemy is easily unbalanced. If there are no stars, it means that the enemy will never probably be unbalanced with that type of an attack. So while we're at the status section of an enemy, let's cover the other things as well. This is how many Cephits they drop when you defeat them at the upper section. If you have bonus Cephit, that it means that they are going to drop more Cephits. You can get bonus Cephit in your turn order. It's a random occurrence. You can see right now at the turn order I have 10% EP heal, and now at the bottom, actually not at the bottom but below, I have a critical effect on the blonde girl, which means that her next attack will be critical. That means that the enemy will automatically be unbalanced and my link partner will be able to attack it immediately. Alright, now let's go to elemental efficacy. Elemental efficacy means that if there's a 125 number, it means there's a 25% increase in damage done with that element type. 100 number means that it's a standard damage. 140 means that there's a 40% more damage done by this element, which is fire. And if there's an 80 number, it means that there's 20% less damage that we will do to an enemy with that type of an elemental attack. There's also status efficiency, status resistance, you can see at the bottom. I've already shown you where you can see what this status element means. If there's a burn 150, it means there's a 50% more chance that we will inflict burn. If there's freeze 200, that means there's 100% more chance that we will inflict freeze effect. How that works? Well, I will show you when we switch to another party member. So we've covered arts, and we've covered crafts, we've covered an attack. You also can move to a different section of the battlefield so that you can avoid some kind of a special attack from a powerful enemy if there's an AoE attack, and they tend to do those. And you can also run from the battle and use items. Description of the items is at the bottom, so you know what they do. Let's start the battle and see how it all works. Right now I want to start the battle by motivating my party members. And this is the area of effect.
Alright, let's do this!
So I'm raising strength up with all of my characters. So she's got critical effect now, which you can see from the turn order. That means that the attack that she will do will be critical. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention. There are S crafts. These are technically S breaks. As you can see, if you press S break, actually if you press triangle, you will have an S break option. Now these are special attacks that are the most powerful ones in the game. To do them, you need to unlock them. You unlock them through the story, so you don't have to worry about how to unlock them and whatnot. Currently, in this part of the story, I only have one with Laura, which I will use later on and show you how it works. But right now I want to use craft Flamberge, I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, this craft, specific craft, has 50% chance to burn an enemy. This is a basic chance, 50%. So for example, if I want to burn this bastard over here, he's less resistant to burn. So next to that basic 50% chance, you will also have 50% more chance to burn him. Now I don't know if that transfers to 75% in general. 50% of 50% is 25%. So when you sum this up, 50 plus 25, it's 75%. Or does it work like 50% basic plus 50% this, and then it's 100%? That means that he's going to burn no matter what. This is kinda unclear to me yet. Either way, let's use the flame death attack, which I can't pronounce, and see how it works. And you can see the critical. Critical appeared because there was a critical buff from the turn order, the random one. And what happened afterwards, I immediately got a link attack from my partner who I'm linked with. You can see that I'm linked with this girly looking guy. That means also if I manage to unbalance an enemy right now with his attack, that she will act again and strike an enemy. What I'm going to do now is throw a defensive craft, which is a resounding beat. It means that it's an area attack, as it says, it's a support skill. It raises defense plus 25% and it gives you 30% HP heal every turn. So we will do that. As you can see, it's an area of effect support skill. We can choose where we want to cast it. This is perfect because everyone will be affected by it.
My turn.
Now let's see what she's got. She's got fire attack. She's the only one that has S breaks or S craft, but I need 100 CP just to do a normal version of it. If you have 200 CP, then you can do a full version of it, which means maximum damage. This is only half of the usual damage that you can do with the S break if you use it with only 100 CP. But what I want to do is a craft that does an area, actually a line attack. It has effect the movement minus 50%, which means that the enemy will be able to move minus 50%. Whenever you want to attack an enemy from a melee range, it means that you need to pass movement and then attack them when you're in close. So that's extremely important. If they are far away and they have movement minus 50%, it means that they probably won't be able to get to you and attack immediately. It also has 10% chance to unbalance. So let's strike these enemies, see what happens. Alright, we have triggered the unbalance, and now I managed to get an attack with my other guy as well. We are back to our main guy. I don't want to use arts at the moment because I'm just wasting EP. EP, as I said, cannot be regenerated through combat or anything like that. You need to use items like EP charge, which are really expensive, but if you want to know the money trick, I already done that on my channel, so you can check that out. Or you can rest at those statues, or whatever they are. Right now I want to do Autumn Leaf Cutter, which will deal damage to 2 enemies. And probably kill both of them. Yep, excellent. Now when you get double kills, triple kills, unscathed, swift and true, which means that if you defeat an enemy, all the enemies in one turn, you will receive bonus to the experience earned at the end of the battle. Right now she's got a buff that will heal 50% of her HP every turn, which is a huge fucking buff. But I'm going to use the flaming attack. She's got a lot of CP remaining, so why not? He's got a critical attack buff. That means that when I hit an enemy right now, it will be automatically critical hit, and my linked partner will be able to act immediately. There we go. And now at the end of the battle you can see all the bonuses that you run. Double kill, double teamed, overkill, first strike. Overkills means doing much more damage than needed to an enemy in the last hit.
I did it! I did.
Oh god, I'm talking so much. Anyway, let's start another battle. I want to show you guys now the faster version of the battle, where I won't be talking as much and I will be battling using constantly skills and whatnot. Here is another enemy.
That looks like
Oh, these
strong.
guys are nasty. I might be able to use Radiant Lance here, which is an S break that will help a lot. I don't know if I can sneak up. No, I can't, but I can stun them for just a normal version of an attack. Now, it's good that this happened. Whenever enemy misses you, you will counter-attack. Really cool to buff evade on your characters, so that way you will constantly counter. At least you will not constantly counter, but you will have a high chance to counter. This guy is a little tougher, but I thought there would be a lot more of them, which there aren't, so I'm just going to do normal attacks. I don't want to waste CP.
Right.
Let's attack with her. Sorry, fuck, I thought it was Laura. No, she wasn't. And now she is. You can see CP, it's regenerating. With her, I'm going to use again flame attack. Now I want to see how much resistance he's got to fire and burn. A low resistance, that's good. And you can see the unbalanced efficacy of the weapon. So he's got high unbalancing towards her attack. So that means the unbalancing probably won't happen. So what I'm going to use now, I'm going to use an art to get the bastard down quickly, just so that you guys see. There's a 50% chance to burn plus his 50%, so there's a 75% chance, I think, to burn an enemy. But it failed, from what I can see. We managed to unbalance an enemy, that means Laura can act.
My turn.
This guy, what can I do with this guy? I also have an aqua attack and couple of supporting skills. I don't need any kind of recovery right now, so I will start with... Yes, that's what I was hoping for. There was a low chance that oh, fucking hell. There was a low chance that would happen, but it did happen. So now my guy is stunned over there. If I had an item, I could remove that effect, but I don't have any item that removes stuns at the moment. So what I will do now, I will do an armor breaker on this bastard to lower his defense. And again, this girl is... Let's use the same attack. Maybe we can initiate burn. And again, what, are you kidding me? There's definitely a 75% chance to hit, not 100%. I think we figured out how the numbers work. Actually, the percentages, how they work. Now I have two people that are stunned, which is a bad situation to be in, so I will now use Resounding Blast. Fuck. Well, at least they're healing after their turn ends.
I can do this.
I will use another heat wave, which uses a lot of EP. But now I have bonus 0 arts, which means that my arts will not use any EP. So that was a lucky bonus there. Really cool that that happened. Great. He can now attack in the next turn.
Turn to flames.
You can also skip by pressing the start button or holding L2 button or LT.
My turn.
which is turbo mode. There we go, another battle done. I think you guys have grasped the concept of the whole battle right now, nothing more I can add. These are all the mechanics that I know of. It's all you need to know at this point in time.
Treasure chest.
If there's something advanced, I will definitely cover that later on, but for now, thank you for watching and see you soon.